Welcome, Transformer fans. My name is Composite Enerjoe, and today I will be bringing you my review of the Transformers Bumblebee movie, Speed series, which is this toy line's equivalent to a Legion class figures of Optimus Prime and Barricade. And here they are in their alt modes, which are a classic truck, a classic Optimus Prime truck, which is based on the original Freightliner truck that the Generation 1 Optimus always had. Although this one I think might be based on, which you'll see more in the robot mode. I think this is based off of his Age of Extinction design, who had a similar truck mode. And then here we have Barricade, who is not any specific type of car, to my knowledge anyway. It's basically a 80s style muscle car with a police paint scheme. So here it is. It's an 80s police muscle car. That's how it's described. And they both have pretty neat little details. Unfortunately for Optimus, this entire part, you can tell what it is. This is the robot mode legs, and these are the arms. It's like from the front is where it doesn't look half bad. Once you start looking at from the side or from the back, it doesn't. You can see the robot bits. Barricade, however, is very nicely done in his vehicle mode, and you can't even tell if this turned into a robot. I'd almost say this passes off about a Hot Wheels. I could probably pass this off as a Transformers themed Hot Wheels. And that's pretty much it for their vehicle modes. You know, plain to see. They do roll nicely. They both roll well, which goes with the gimmick. Because the Bumblebee movie line, I think I forgot to mention before, have the subline of Energon Igniters, which use these cores. Now, these are the cores that I got from the Power Plus Bumblebee, VW Bumblebee, and Power Plus Shatter. And these are compatible with these figures. In order for these to work, there's like a peg port here. You just put in the back. Then same here. And there you go. Now they're ready. Now funny thing, I originally thought that when I would push these down, it would launch these figures. Instead, all that it does a much smaller scale version of what these cores do with the bigger figures, in which when you push it down, it sends them flying. And let me show you. Let's go with Optimus first. Yeah, it just attaches to it and sends it flying. Same thing with Barricade. There you go. And whoops, that was a close one. Yeah, and that's it. That's how these Speed series / Speed class / Legion class, because that's what these sizes are. That's how they utilize the cores in order to move around. It just attaches on these ports in the back and just, you know, they roll. So now let's get on with transformations, and now I really have nothing else to say about with the vehicle modes. Let's first start off with Barricade, who's very interesting, and whose transformation kind of reminds me of his original movie one figure, because it does something similar. So you pop out the arms, then you come back here and pull out the legs, separate, flip out the feet, and there you go. And yes, unfortunately, the way that this is designed, the peg port where the core is supposed to go to is visible and obnoxiously visible on his left knee in his robot mode. So there's a Barricade, and let's get on with Optimus. You just fold down, get your nail in there to pop out the arms, bring them forward, and then you rotate, separate, down, and then flip up his head. And there's Optimus in his robot mode, which overall, this design kind of reminds me, and I wouldn't be surprised if they decided to base it on his his appearance in the beginning of Age of Extinction, which is referred to as his evasion mode Optimus. Yeah, that's what this reminds me of. Yeah, check out the head sculpt. For being a tiny figure, it has a very impressive head sculpt. Very nice, very nice. Articulation. This is where he kind of suffers a bit because his arms can only go the 360. Then he has a ball joint on his elbow. They can't go, whoops. They can't go in and out because of the way it's designed, which is very weird. His legs, on the other hand, have the articulation because they're on ball joints. No knees, but they are on ball joints, so they have the ball joint range of movement. So here we have Optimus. And personally speaking, even though I haven't seen a lot of these in person, I think for Legion class figures, this is probably the best looking movie Optimus figure I've seen in this size. I really like it. Now we get on to Barricade, which his arm is entirely on a ball joint. The head sculpt is really nice, and if you can catch it, his eyes are painted. I don't think the Optimus ones are painted. If they are, I think they're painted the same blue as his head. So yeah, very nice detailing. Very nice. Lots of detailing all the way through. Now, in terms of the mechanics, the arms are on ball joints. However, again, the way that this is transforms, the legs are always at this angle. They don't straighten out. The feet are on hinges, and he does have a knee as well as a ball joint at the top of the, as you saw there, a ball joint at the top of the leg, at the thigh. And that's it. So I would have to say that the best parts about the figures is that I like Optimus's robot mode better, and I like his vehicle mode better. So yeah, because the robot mode has the weird knees. And that's pretty much it. And here are the, color coordinated cores. And that's it. Overall, these are pretty neat figures. And them renaming it Speed Class, is pretty interesting. Well, it makes sense because they're small and, speedy, I guess. And like, how do I put this? I don't like when they change too much, when they change the names of classifications. But, I guess each series has to do something to make it stand out. So these are the Speed series, which are basically, Legion class figures. That's what they are. So for a size comparison, here we have Ratchet holding his quarter. And there he is. As you can see, he's double the size. He's like 2 to 3 times bigger than these guys. Because this is a standard deluxe. And these would be standard Legion class figures. And that's it. Overall, these are pretty neat figures. I'd say that for Legion class movie figures, they have quite a bit of detail. It's interesting how the gimmick works, even though I originally thought that these cores would launch them. Well, still, just put them aside. Still. And they each have like their ups and downs. However, the transformations are pretty fun. They're simple. The vehicle modes on Barricade looks really good, and Optimus's robot mode looks really good. Even though his articulation is, really wish this was on a ball joint so his hand can go out. But I guess they did that for, to make the transformation a little bit more smooth, a little bit smoother. And I wish they would have fixed this guy's legs. So yeah, they each have their positives and negatives, but they're overall pretty decent figures, especially for their size. And they have quite a bit of detail on them, again, considering their sizes. So yeah, so this has been my review of the Transformers Bumblebee movie, Speed Class / Legion Class, that's what they are, Optimus Prime and Barricade. This is Composite Enerjoe signing off. Peace out.